a premium young chicken. Now, young is not a category. Young is not a category. They're calling it a young chicken because it falls in between categories. The 4 categories that you got to know are these. A fryer and a broiler. Those are the youngest ones. They're also the most commonly used. They are 6 to 10 weeks old. They can be boys or girls. We do not discriminate.
Okay. That's cute.
Boys or girls. Fryers and broilers, 6 to 10 weeks old. The next up is a roaster. They're going to be about 5 to 7 pounds, and they are 8 to 12 weeks old. A little bit older, still no discrimination. Boys, girls, we take them both. Then the discrimination starts at the stewing hen. Stewing hens are the oldest thing that we'll eat, the oldest bird we're going to eat. They're over 10 months old, and they're only girls. We take the girl chicken that's about 10 months old or older.
Yes, sir.
She's going to be bigger and tougher. She's going to have the most meat of any of the birds that we're going to potentially eat. And it's going to be the toughest, because old women are tough. 10 months old is pretty old for a chicken. And then we have the capon, or capon. Capon or capon, C-A-P-O-N. And this is a boy who is between the ages of 8 and 10 months. And he has had he's been neutered.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
A neutered boy between the ages of 8 and 10 months, they have the most tender breast meat. And also the most tender breast meat is the boy with no balls.
Oh, shit. Damn.
The most meat, period, however it's tough, is a stewing hen. This is a big girl. You'll see it looks like a small turkey. 1 second. A roaster, teenager, middle school. So we're going to eat a middle school kid. They're great for frying. Notice how the names are based on how you cook them. You're going to fry the middle schooler, 6 to 10 weeks. You're going to roast in the oven your teenager, a high school student, and that old lady. You're gonna stew her. Her whole life. Brazen.
Yes,
The old dude has. You don't see that many capons. You just don't see them all that often. So this right here is probably about maybe 10 weeks, 11 weeks old when we got him.
Aww, he's so cute.
I know, right? What you're going to be doing, and you're going to want to move your papers just a little bit.
Go bust.
Oh my God. When you get a chicken, when you open up a whole chicken, one of the first things that you're going to notice is...
Ooh, shiny wet.
I don't want to get it all over it.
Oh, what are you saying in my ear? That's not it wrong.
Inside the chicken cavity.
Oh shit. Back up a little.
This is where you're gonna find a little bag. It's gonna have all of the gizzards, the heart. So like some people really love fried chicken gizzards. They just love it. Me personally, not so much. You can use these for all kinds of stuff. These are the base of great gravies or trash.
Love that.
There will also almost always be. You got to reach in here a little bit.
Okay.
Take those two.
I'll wear gloves, but.
Oh, cool. Next, they took the neck. There's usually a neck. The neck's usually there separate as well. The first thing that you're going to notice when you grab your chicken. You think these are the arms, right?
No,
legs.
Those are the legs.
Hey,
He goes this way.
He looks a baby.
God.
Cute. My son's gonna look like that.
So,
Your son looks like that.
here's our wings. Like this.
Stop playing with your food.
Here's the base of the neck right here. So his head would be right about here. Here's the breast. The breast is going to be white meat. The difference between anybody know the difference between white meat and dark meat on chicken?
No.
You
Moist.
need to make a note of this if you don't know this already.
Moist.
White meat, it comes from all the muscles that aren't used very often. So what makes it white is it's not used that often. That has the lowest fat content and it'll dry out the fastest. So white meat comes from muscle fibers that are not used very often. Has the least amount of fat and will dry out very quickly. It's the healthiest portion of the chicken. Chicken breast right here, almost all protein, very little fat. Boneless, skinless chicken breast is considered diet food.
And they dry out easily.
Dries out easily because there's no fat.
I like dry.
All right, so here's our breast. Not used very much at all. White meat. If you look at the butt end of the chicken, here's the two thighs right here. Dark meat. Dark meat is darker because the meat is used very, very often. So here's what you gotta know about dark meat. Much higher fat content. Takes a lot longer to cook. Doesn't dry out nearly as easily. I have always loved legs. This is my favorite part of the chicken. Always, always, always love the leg. Not so crazy about the thigh, but I'll eat it. I love the wings. I don't like the breast that much.
No, not.
Our whole chickens exclusively this week. We're on a fabricating a chicken is where you take a whole chicken and you cut it down to its component parts. So you're going to fabricate the chicken, and we're going to fry it.
Okay.
Buttermilk fried chicken. This is a great recipe. Really, really, really good one. That's what we're going to do first. Then we're going to take a whole chicken, and I'm going to teach you how to truss a chicken. When we're talking about trussing it, what we mean is, how do you get this guy to roast in such a way that he comes out pretty? It's a trick. I'm going to teach you how to do that. It's where you use twine to wrap around the outside. We're going to season them up real nice with some peppercorn, Szechuan peppercorns.
Teaching us today or?
Oh no, that's not today. Today is just all about fabricating. So anybody have any questions about the bio? All birds have basically the same biology. So if you can fabricate this chicken, you can fabricate anything. Only when you get to like the exotic birds. See, the penguin is an exotic bird. It doesn't fall into the poultry category because it's exotic, kind of like an emu. You can eat emu, but they have an exotic. But they're an exotic bird. They don't have exactly. So you can chop up this guy, but if somebody gave you an emu, you wouldn't go, "Oh, I can do this," because you get off the skin and you go, "Where is it?"
What is that?
I've only done it once, and
You hate it?
towards the end, I was just taking the knife and hacking. And I'm going to go, no. Fat lines right there, that's where your knife cut's going to go. When he was talking about earlier, he was saying that if you pick this guy up like this, and you cut right here, and then you you're going to hyper-accentuate the joint. That'll crack it right there. And you can pull it away. That will make all of this meat push back down. You can do it that way, and that's probably we'll do that today when you're doing yours. But you don't have to do it that way. You can pull the chicken wing completely off here so that you get a full joint. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You don't have to do it the way he did. That's just one way of removing the wing.
But
Yes, sir.
what do you cut it? Like, does it have a line or something?
Yeah. It's right here. So you would lift it up. Just like that. You remove the skin like that. Then you're going to push it back like that.
Crunchy.
Okay.
Now once you got that done, you can just use your knife. And it'll go right through the joint, not cutting into the bone. We want to avoid cutting into the bone. You cut into the bone, you get bone fragments inside your chicken. Want to see me do that again?
Yeah, sure, let's do
I
it.
need to see the.
Oh, this one doesn't have a line.
Oh.
See right here? We're going to cut right there.
Like under the elbow?
Yeah, right here at this joint. Just like that. And we're going to hyper-accentuate the joint.
Okay.
Crunchy.
Because what we want, can you write down airline breast, please? An airline breast is a breast where this portion of the bone is still attached. And the reason why is it looks a little bit like an airplane. Kind of, sort of. If at any point while you're doing this, you notice that your knife seems dull, either get a new knife or sharpen the one you got. Don't just keep going and sort of hoping for the best.
That's how you get hurt.
That's how you get hurt, right? So I'm exposing the clean bone. It's called a Frenched bone. F-R-E-N-C-H-E-D. That's where you remove the meat from the bone, but you leave the bone attached. It is especially fancy restaurants tend to do that a lot because the more of the bone you leave attached, the better it tastes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because there's all that marrow in the bone as it cooks, it softens and goes out into the meat.
Oh, okay.
Stock is made from bones, right? All right. Where's he at? He's about to cut off his stock. All right, go ahead and press. Right here. So all I'm going to do, he said it a couple times. I don't want to cut through the meat. I'm just cutting through the skin. Like that. See? He's got a handful of raw chicken. Give me just 1 second, whoever it is, I got a handful of raw chicken. So see this membrane right here? We're going to cut through that. Just like that. All right, flip the whole baby around. Here's the oysters he was talking about, that I was talking about too, the delicious part. All you're going to do is just push it back.
Ooh.
Crunchy.
Okay, he's out for the season.
Yeah.
He's out for the season.
Who?
The chicken.
Oh yeah. Well, I think he's good. He's good. Do you catch how I cut that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut around the joint.
Sort
You
of.
didn't cut the bone.
I'm not cutting the bone. I'm going right up to where that joint is, right there, and I'm going around it.
And then it comes right off.
Nice clean cut. Now you can leave this together, or you can cut it separately.
That'd be the best part right there.
All right. So now what I got left? I got my two thighs. I got my 2 legs. I got my 2 wings and my wing tips. All that's really left now is the actual breast bone. Inside of the breast, stand straight up like this. It separates the two. In your chest, if you feel your chest, you have a keel bone too, but yours is flat. This way. If you were a chicken, your keel, it would go out this way. Like that, all the way down. But we're not chickens. We're people. So what we're going to do is we're going to find it with your fingertip. Then you're going to make your first cut. What we're doing is we're looking for the keel bone. There you are. So you see how I'm using the tip of my knife? Like he was talking about. It's much. Can I do it this way so you can see? I think so. Is that true? See, I'm using the tip of my knife to kind of just pull it away from the rib cage.
So like those companies that have like that sell you the chicken and already cut, they have to do that each chicken about.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
How about that? So they have machines.
I saw this video. It's so sad. So this is this guy Fabricating Chicken. Kind of like cut the head, put it in, and coconut on the bottom, and
So there's my first airline breast right there. See, this is the keel bone I was telling you about. It's right here. So I'm going to go on the other side. All right, once I get to that point, it's pretty easy, right? I'm going to pull it away from that, pull it away.
Shut the fuck up.
So now we got 2 airline breasts. So wait, oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and cut that guy off too.
What the?
Yeah.
Are we gonna make stock?
No. So remember how we had the other fat line? That was our first cut. Here's the second fat line, right here.
Crunchy.
So you can get on him for saying crunchy, and then you say delicious. Wait.
See that fat line right here, honey? That's what you're looking for. Make the V. If you imagine there's a V here, it's going to go straight down.
From the V.
Hamstring. Okay.
Crunchy.
Imagine.
Wing tips don't have any, they don't add anything to this, so I'm going to go ahead and remove those.
I'm gonna start making these.
And it's kind of the same thing
I'm
with
making
every joint.
recordable.
If you cut away the skin where the joint is, then you just pop it. It'll pop off.
Pretty straightforward.
Will you grab the buttermilk out of the dairy cooler, please? Now, just because I can use this meat for something else, the tenderloin that you're used to eating, can I have chicken tenderloin? What it is it is a strip of meat that's attached to the breast. It just pulls right off. A breast, typically, does not include the tenderloin. Yes? Over there.
This is 09. This is 09-29.
It'll be fine. All right, let's give this guy some seasoning.
8-28. Or just what's in there?
What we have in here is on your, if you flip your recipe over, southern fried chicken is traditionally fairly heavily seasoned. Got a lot of program. This is best. What's today? How much time do we have left? Brad? How much time do I got? 15 minutes? 20 minutes. All right. Your breath stinks. Why are you guys breathing on each other? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, rather than try to fry this today, I'm going to let this soak in buttermilk overnight, and we'll fry it in the bakery tomorrow.
Ooh. Oh, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow, Chef. Chef, I'm not gonna be here. Oh.
I'm sorry. Where are you going to be?
I'm gonna be at Districts, remember?
Okay.
Oh, for bowling, right?
That's tough shit, man.
You get to eat some.
Yeah, a little bit.
Duh.
You're making your own, so I'm not really making this for you to eat. I just want you to taste it. You'll be making your own
Well, someone make fried chicken
on
now.
Thursday. No, we're good?
I'm sitting here great.
What's up?
She said she's not Hispanic.
She doesn't like Hispanic food?
So,
Well, maybe she doesn't like Hispanic people.
racist bastard.
I had tongs over.
I just watched that.
Let me make a scene.
Are you going to make a scene?
No fun. That was really funny.
No offense to what?
Watching you try to poke the chicken with the fork in the sink.
I'm not offended by whatever you find.
What if you want to make our salad?
It's not gonna be spicy.
It's not spicy chicken. This is
Fried chicken.
well, this is not at your home.
Damn.
So a couple notes